What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to macro final expeditions inside Anime Last Stand using CYS macros. Without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get straight into the video. So the first thing you want to do is head over to the Discord server, which I will leave inside the description below. You want to scroll to where it says premium. Now, unfortunately, if you want to do the final expedition macro, you will have to get the premium version, but the premium version is only 100 Robux, so it's not that expensive. So in order to get premium, you want to go over to the premium channel here under the important category. You want to say click here. How do I purchase? And then it will give you this link to go to. Go to that link and it'll take you to this website over here. Now, to get the premium, you can either do the premium version over here, or you can click the donate button over here in the bottom left and select Anime Last Stand Donator. You do not have to buy any of the other ones. You only have to buy this one, ALS Donator. So click on that. It'll take you to Roblox over here. Buy a game pass. You want to buy it, and once you buy it, you can close this tab. You can also close the website if you want. Then go back to the Discord server. After you've bought the game pass, go to the bot commands channel, or just scroll down under here and go to bot commands and type /get roll, just like that. And you click enter, and it'll give you your Anime Last Stand premium role. So now you have premium Anime Last Stand. Then this is where we get into the actual macro guide. You want to go to the top of here, click on the server's name, click show all channels so that you can actually see the premium channels. And then you want to scroll down until you see the Anime Last Stand premium category. Click ALS premium, and the download file will be right here that you can go and download. But before you download that, you want to open your antivirus. So go down into the bottom here, click on this little icon there, and it'll open your security settings. Click virus and threat protection settings, click manage settings, and turn off real-time protection so that the PC does not delete the macro instantly. So turn this off. Then you go back to the Discord server and download this premium file. Then once it's downloaded, you can go to your downloads folder. It'll look like this with a little zip on it. When I click it, click extract all. You can close this tab and you can delete the zipped one, and now this is the folder you need and want. Go back to your antivirus, scroll down, go to exclusions, add an exclusion folder, go to your downloads, add the folder that you just got, select folder, and now you can turn back on your antivirus and it won't delete your file. So once that's done, before you do anything else, you want to go to the Anime Last Stand setup channel. You want to scroll all the way to the top, and you just want to copy all the settings all the way down to the bottom. It's Anime Last Stand game settings and Roblox game settings as well, and macro settings, all this stuff. You want to make sure you copy all of them. Once you're done copying all these settings, you can hop back into Anime Last Stand. So first, before you open or do anything, you want to minimize your game. Then you go into your folder that you downloaded, and as you can see here, main.exe, you want to open up this. This is the main macro. There we go. As you can see, it just opened up. And now I'm going to explain a few things on the UI before I get into the final expedition. So here's all your settings. You can also change these if you want. Click on it and choose a new key. Whatever you want to change, put it over there. Over here, you can check for new macro updates without having to re-download it and read all the antivirus stuff. Over here is webhooks. I'm not going to explain webhooks, but this is how you can send messages to yourself on Discord and see what's happening in your game. Then you can test webhooks and all this different stuff. Multi-mode, you can ignore that. You probably won't be using that at all. Over here is the mode where you can choose which one you want to do. As you can see, they have a ton, but the one we're going to be looking at and focusing on is final expedition right here. So select that, and then you select different maps to look at different configs, which I'll explain in a second. Then your UI settings. This depends on the macro you're going to do and what you want to use it for. So turn it on, turn off, whatever you want. This is what it needs to look like. Delays, this is all delays you can change. If you have a slower PC, you can make these delays higher. If you have a faster PC, you can make these delays lower. It really doesn't matter. I stick with the default because it works. Pathing, you can skip over this for now. You don't need anything there. Discord bot, you can also skip over this for now. That won't matter in this macro video at the moment. Then final expedition. This is what we want to look at. You want to make sure you turn restart after every match on because it's way better, it's way more efficient, and helps you get the best camera angles for when you're macroing. I'll explain all that in a second now. Then these are the card selections. As you know, whenever you go into dungeon, you have different options. You have rest points, dungeons, double dungeons, and shop. This is the priority that you want. So number one, it will pick that one first if it's an option. Number two, it'll pick that one second, shop third, and rest point fourth. So like if there's a rest point one and a dungeon option, it'll pick the dungeon option because it's a higher priority, you see? Then turn this on. You want to make sure you turn it on. It's super important. Save settings, there you go. Now, these different maps over here, because in Final Expedition, there's 28 different maps you can get. So now you have to make a macro for every single map. If you want to start and make your own macro, which I don't recommend making your own macro, I'll show you guys now how to get someone else's macro and use it for yourself. yourself. But yeah, Hogtown, right? So over here is the slot number of the unit in your hotbar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here is the upgrade you want to set them to. Over here is the position you want to set them to. And you're probably going to have to end up taking these screenshots yourself in game, like these screenshots over here, because sometimes they might not work with different camera angles, but for the most part these screenshots will work. And over here you can ignore this entire part. The next page over here for more slots if you need more space, and then copy someone's settings, paste someone's settings, clear the settings, and save the settings. You get the gist of it. Now I'm going to show you guys how to get someone else's config and use it for yourself, which is what I recommend. Leave the config making to the people who actually know how to do it, you know. So I'm just going to close the macro for a second here. So over here I'm going to scroll down to the anime last stand professional configs, because that's where the final expression macro is at. So I can choose any one here. It doesn't really matter which one. There's currently 3 already. Final expression macro is like literally just released like a day or 2 ago, but people are still making these configs. So let's say I want to use like this one, right? Since I was checking it out earlier. So this guy, he tells you what units you need to use. So slot 1 Naruto, Johnny, Lelouch, and Idol, and he says these units are not replaceable. So if you don't have these units, you can't use this config, and you should go look at other ones to see if you can use those. But I can do this one, so I will be doing it. Then he posted the settings here that we need to have on our macro, which we'll copy in a second. And he also gave us the anime last stand in-game settings, seamless retry off, auto start off, and then he put the settings over here, which you can go and download in a second. I'll show you now. And he put proof that it works, as you can see. So you want to download this config.raw file here, download that, and then we can go back into anime last stand to copy the team. So it was Naruto first slot, then it was Johnny, then it was Lelouch, and finally the last one was Idol. Then go back to your downloads folder where you downloaded this new .raw file, extract it, delete the zipped one, and now you have this new one. Drag it into your settings, drag this into settings over there, and then you can open it again. When you drag your thing into the settings, for you it'll give an option to say replace the file, and you want to click yes, you do want to replace it. Now if you quickly take a look at the final expedition now, you open the macro and you select final expedition, and you can click on all the things and you can see all the different configs that this person has made. Let me show you how this works. So I need to fix my settings real quick. So it's going to be graphics all the way down, and I need to start final expedition on click to move. You have to start the final expedition macro on click to move, okay? You have to. There's a few settings we're missing. We need to do these first. Going to the config, this is what we need over here. And the delays, this must be 300, this must be 300, and this must be 750. Okay, those settings. And in the final expedition settings, that should be 2, 1, 3, and 4, and then restart after every match. Save settings, there we go. So we can go and start F1 with the macro here. It's going to teleport to the final expedition. It'll path there by itself. Now it's going to keep going until it finds a correct pathing. It will eventually teleport again, change camera angle again, all that different stuff until it finds a thing. But I'm just going to skip that for now. I'm just going to walk there myself. But if you don't walk here, the macro will restart like this, as you can see. So as I was saying, it'll keep pathing until it gets to the final expedition portal over here. As you can see, it's going to rejoin the game. If it didn't find the thing, it's going to rejoin into the lobby, and eventually it'll find the portal. I'm just going to start it on the screen just to make it easier, or it's going to keep pathing on its own, but I'm going to speed up the pathing real quick. Now it'll keep doing this pathing until it gets to the correct spot. Like right now it's going to get to the wrong spot, but eventually it'll get to the correct final expedition portal over here. I'm just going to go here to make it easier for the macro to find the thing for itself, but you don't have to do this. As you can see, it's starting now. You didn't have to walk there, but you could if you wanted to. It would have eventually found the portal by itself after like a minute or 2. As you can see, now the macro is doing the final expedition stages. It's starting out placing Idol, it's placing Johnny, and also Naruto and Lelouch. Now it's going to keep going through the config like the person made. It's going to keep upgrading Idol, it's going to keep upgrading Johnny and Lelouch and Naruto and all that until it beats the stage. As you know, in final expedition there's only 10 waves, so it's very fast. I think each floor is like a minute and a half, somewhere around there. So it's super easy. As you can see, the enemies are starting to get into range now, where Johnny and Naruto can hit them. As you can see, it's put everyone on auto upgrade. So now it's going to kill everyone. It's going to kill all the enemies. As you can see, Lucius spawns are coming in there to clear up any leaks. The boss is already out. After restraining the boss is dead, and the floor is done already. Now, according to the things, I think dungeon was a higher priority. Yeah, it was. There we go. Now it's going to go to floor 20, the next floor. There we go. Now it's teleporting to the next floor, and I'll also show you that floor, how it always beats like and detects the map. So we'll see right now. It's going to detect the correct map and use the correct config that the person made. Now, as I was saying, if this is your first time using the macro, I would recommend using somebody else's config. You will not understand how to make your own configs, unfortunately. And as you can see there, I just restarted because in Final Expedition, there is some floors have like auto seamless retry, like you can't turn it off, and that will eventually break the camera camera angle. That's why it restarts so you can get the perfect camera angle to guarantee you can win each time. Now that previous floor didn't have auto seamless retry or seamless next floor, but some floors for some reason have auto seamless for some weird reason. There we go. Just placed down idle now. And I was actually a bit delayed. But it looks like it's still going to win because the macro is just that good. You see how far the enemies got and how it's still going to beat them and still going to win. There come the Lucia's summons that just clear up any leaks. They put everyone on auto upgrade now. And now it's going to keep beating us. The boss is already out. There we go. By going to the next floor. I'm actually going to stop the macro here real quick. And now you're probably wondering, why would I even macro Final Expedition? Well, that's because you want to get these loot chests. As you can see, I have 1 prismatic, 166 shabby, and 20 standards. I want to be macroing these loot chests because if you get the godly chest, you have a chance of getting Dio's broken soul to make his godly soul, which actually makes Dio a really good unit now in the game. That's why you want to be grinding these to get these chests and as many of them as possible. They also drop a ton of rerolls. So it's a super good reroll farm. It's a super good material farm overall. We actually take a look at what these chests drop. I think you can only see in Final Expedition over here. Rerolls, jewels, refined gold, rerolls, jewels, refined gold. Here's the soul as well. Rerolls, jewels, refined gold over here. You also have the godly loot chest, which has the soul, the refined gold, the jewels, the rerolls, the glitched pity potion, the enchant swapper, and the limit breaker. Absolutely insane. You definitely want to be grinding these so you can get these Escanor and Dio godly souls, the soul of heaven and the soul of the scarred sun. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.